Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we are going to discuss the theory of special creation. It includes 3 points basically. That this theory not supported by the scientific facts and evidences. It is heavily influenced by the faith and the supreme power Almighty has created everything. The theory contains 3 connotations. First one is that all living organisms, species or type that we see today were created as such. The diversity was always the same since the creation and will be the same in the future. And the third one is the earth is about 4,000 years old. Let's discuss the theory of special creation according to the Bible. There are 2 stories that how the God created the universe. According to the Genesis, chapter 1, verse number 1-3, in the beginning God created the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was overing the water. And the God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. 5. It basically includes 5 points. According to Genesis 1, it is said that the God has created the whole universe in just 6 days. In day 1, the light and the skies are formed. In the 3rd day, dry lands and plants were formed. In day 4, sun, moon and stars were formed. On day 5, seas and flying creatures were created. And on the day 6th, land animals and human beings were created. According to the Genesis 2, some people think that the story goes on to give more detail of the human creation as seen the 2 individuals, Adam and Eve. Adam was made from the dust of the ground when the God breathed life into him. The Eve was created out of the ribs to provide the company and help Adam. They both lived in the Garden of Eden. Both of them given a task and responsibility to look after the place that God has created for them. These are the stories which is according to the Bible. Now let's discuss what the Quran says. According to the Quran, Almighty Allah has created the whole universe that we can see with our own eyes and which we cannot see, the unseen. The creation in 6 days. Before I would like to tell the point, the creation in 6 days by Almighty Allah, please kindly watch this small video clip.
Your master is Allah, the one who created the skies and the earth. في ستة أيام, in 6 days. ثم استوى على العرش. Then he rose upon al-arsh. We don't know what that means and we're not going to dive into it. But I should say something about ayyam. Ayyam it comes up in Quran all the time. The plural, the jama' of yawm, right? If Allah creates the skies and the earth in 6 days, our count of days is by the rotation of the earth. Right? The way we count a day is the rotation of the earth. And the rising and the going down of the sun. That's how we count a day. But when Allah is creating the universe, there's no sun and moon and none of that's there. So the count for what constitutes a day, how we think of a day, 24 hours and all of that, that's all based on the object Allah put in the sky. That's not even there yet. So what Allah means by day is not what we think of as day, it's something else, something more grand. And so sometimes Allah Azza wa Jal, to give us some idea, my day is not like your day, He'll give proportions in the Quran. Just so you have some idea. Some days with Allah are compared like this to yours, and some days with Allah are compared like that. It's kind of like the relativity of time. So the proportions aren't even always the same. So a day with Allah is not the same all the time with a day from us, or even the proportions aren't even the same. Subhanallah.
Now let's discuss the creation in 6 days. The angel and the spirit will ascend to him during the day, an extent of which is 50,000 years. Indeed, a day with your Lord is like 1,000 years of those which you count. In classical Arabic, the word for the day is a reference of any period of time. Can God not extend a day to 1 billion of years if He can 2,000 years? We don't know that the phrase 6 days actually mean. Razi is one of the scholars interpreted it to mean 6 stages. Could not God create it in an instant? Why takes the 6 days? He certainly could do that. It was done for some wisdom. What is his wisdom? He wanted to create something each day to show his power to the angel and to those who witness it. He was preparing things for the Adam and his offspring before the Adam existed to emphasize Adam's high standing before the angel. Doing things in a short time is more indicative of power, and deliberation is more indicative of wisdom. God wanted to manifest His power in that, just as He manifested His power when He said, "Be, and it is." He taught deliberation to His slaves, because if the one who does not make mistake created the universe in the deliberate manner, then it is more appropriate for those who are vulnerable to making mistake to do things in a deliberate manner. These are the points which I would like to discuss with you. As the theory of special creation says that it is not based on the scientific fact, but according to the Quran, every verse of the Quran is highly proved by the scientific fact. I would like to share another few couple of videos with you. Please kindly watch that so that you can better understand what the Quran says about the creation of the universe. Thank you. Inshallah, we will be continued in the next lecture soon.